But Johnny, let's move on into our final topic, going back into the Marvel sphere of things. And the reason why we're doing which is Elizabeth Olsen said this week that she would love a Scarlet Witch House of M movie. The exact quote when speaking to Metro UK during a fan event in London for Infinity War, she said, "I would love to do a standalone, and I would love it to be House of M, which is a comic book series of the Vision and Scarlet Witch having a make-believe family. Then they, Vision and her family, have to tell that let me see if I'm reading this quote right. Then they have to tell her that she was make-believing the entire time, and she has a very traumatic experience and screams and kills all the mutants. But that's an X-Men story, so we'd have to adjust the ending." Or will we, Johnny? Because you know what else they announced and they've reported this week? The Disney-Fox deal could be done by the end of summer 2019.
Woo!
That means we could be done with it by the end of summer. We can get the House of M storyline because Disney will have the X-Men.
Yes. And which would be awesome because you know what? It would pull a lot of the characters into it that we need.
Yes.
And not to mention...
We could just pull Vision and Scarlet Witch into the X-Men universe, though.
In a sense, yeah. I mean, as well as a few others if we wanted to.
I would keep the X-Men universe separate from the MCU and just have them, like, cross over every once in a while.
Temporarily until you can finally, like, converge them. What would be interesting, though, is because now we have Scarlet Witch and Vision. You're not going to want to mess with the continuity of the MCU.
Well, that's gonna all be done by the time.
Yes and no, but hear me out, because I mean we already have stuff set with. I mean we don't know what's gonna happen with Infinity Wars. Well, but as of now, the way I look at it is Avengers 4 ends before the end of summer 19, so it's that whole thing ends. It's Cosmic Universe now, and then the X-Men can come into it. Yes, but what I'm trying to say with that is you're gonna have some parameters set with Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna have to figure out how you're gonna introduce that. Oh, hey, I'm actually your father. Magneto, and then because what I was reading about.
Remember, they're miracles.
Yes, because we can't use mutants yet. Not till the end of summer 2019.
One thing I didn't think about until now: what if in Avengers 4, when they use the Eye of Agamotto to like go back in time and stuff, will they change it and bring back Quicksilver?
Possibly, maybe.
You know what? We shouldn't have killed you off. Here, you're back.
Here's
we got greater plans.
Here's
for
the
you.
thing.
We got greater plans for you in the X-Men universe now.
Yeah. Well, my thought then anyways, let's keep going.
Yeah.
My thought would be that you have to figure out how you're gonna like introduce. Oh, Magneto's actually your father, and then what comes to in the House of M is that Xavier's suppressing her powers because she's mentally ill and like has the ability to warp reality, which, hey, we kind of have that already in a sense. But the other part is
how she was able to give Tony those
visions and stuff like that. She can mess with people's minds. She can actually, as we saw with the little block when they were the miracles, she just went, bam, it's gone.
Yeah.
She can warp reality. Like that block was just smash, gone. So, I mean, my thought would be where's the mental illness thing come in? Does she just get manipulated by her new father? Maybe don't bring Quicksilver back in those other ones. And then it's like, hey, you can bring your brother back.
Yeah.
That type of thought is like, if you do what I wish, you can also bring your brother back. That might be the thing that sets her off of like,
I got to get him back.
I want my brother back.
The thing that would be interesting though, and I don't mean to take this,
especially if Vision dies too.
Well, the whole thing,
because there's a relationship starting.
The whole thing with Vision, and we don't know. We're gonna have to watch Avengers 3 and 4. Is it looks like Shuri is trying to find technology to keep him alive without the Mind Stone. It looks like, and let's be honest, if anyone can come up with it, I'm sorry, Tony, but Shuri can't. But Shuri is mad. She's, as they would say in Boston, she's wicked smart. She's wicked smart.
She's wicked smart.
Yeah, she's wicked smart. But I mean, for me, I would love to see that storyline in the X-Men side of it.
Real quick, hashtag Shuri equals Ironheart.
Yeah, Ironheart. But the thing I would love to see on the X-Men side, barring that deal gets done end of summer 2019, I would love to see House of M, because yeah, I get it. It's the X-Men thing. Yeah. But I can only do all humans are racist against mutants. We don't trust mutants for so long. Let's flip the tables. Mutants are now running the world. And let's see that.
Humans are being oppressed now.
Basically, yeah. Because, I mean, the whole thing, like, we were talking, I can't remember if this was on the podcast, off the podcast, but, like, with House of M, yeah, Wolverine is then in S.H.I.E.L.D., but he knows it's all a lie. The whole reality is switched to where Magneto is, correct me if I'm wrong, the most powerful, and everyone sees his mindset now of, like, the mutants are the more dominant, and it's the regular Homo sapiens that are inferior to the mutants, and that gets the whole, they're now the minority in this whole situation. I want to see that. I want to see that kind of a
Steve Rogers is an actual veteran.
Dive me into that universe with, I know at that time, Vision and Wanda are together at that point. But it could be, like she says, standalone movie. If we're going to do a House of N movie, it's like Scarlet Witch Civil War. That's what it's like.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Because you've got to have all these characters in it.
Like,
even
you don't
if we
have to have everyone, but like a decent amount. Like
And let's be honest, if we called it Scarlet Witch House of M, I think they just call it House of M because I don't think Scarlet Witch is a big enough name to draw people in.
No, but yeah, just call it House of M. And like, you can make her one of the main, like partly the main part, but yeah, I mean, I think it would be awesome to have that, and then you could show like a little hints in there, like Steve Rogers. You could have him bring him back just as the veteran thing to just like show like as a, like almost like a montages thing of like warping through of like all the changes in reality.
But Johnny, that would add movies to Chris Evans, and I don't know.
I didn't say it had to be Chris Evans.
I don't know if he wants to play Captain America.
No. We said as a Steve Rogers as an aged veteran. So
you're bringing in someone else. So because he's not aged enough.
All you have to do is bring in an old person that looks like he's like looks like an aged World War II veteran.
Yeah,
that's it.
So he's not playing a big part, is what you're saying.
No, we don't have to have him play a big part, especially since his contract's up.
True.
That's a way to get around that.
Yeah, it's a way to get around that, indeed. But like, this is one that interests me because I didn't even think about it when we're talking X-Men and everything.
Yeah.
Because the other thing, and I'm going to shoehorn this into this topic, there was an interview recently with the Russo brothers where they were asking him like, "Oh, what's next?" And it was with the French news outlet.
Yeah.
And like, "Oh, what's next?" And they're like, "Oh, I don't know," like blah 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 blah. And one of the Russo brothers dropped Secret War.
Ooh.
And all the other brother did was smile. Like
the Thanos smile. That's all I'm thinking about when you said that.
Like, because here's another thing with Marvel. They've got a plan. They know what they're doing. They've got what? They said the next 20 movies mapped out?
Probably.
Like,
I believe that.
They know what they're going to do with their whole now cosmic thing, with the cosmic universe and everything.
Secret Wars would be part of that.
Like, we read Infinity Gauntlet for Patreon. Well, it's going to be on Patreon this Friday. Next Friday, the season will debut. You were on it for a graphic conversation. We read Infinity Gauntlet. In that comic, you get to see all the cosmic entities. Love and Hate, Eternity, Living Tribunal, The Watcher, Galactus is in it. Where maybe that's where they are going now. Where it's like, hey, we gave you the hero side. Now we want to dive into that celestial thing that we kind of teased with not Starfire, with Peter Quill. Star-Lord is what I was thinking of. We just talked Teen Titans. I had Starfire on the mind.
I'm thinking Starfire. What?
I had Starfire on the mind, and I had to eventually, in my mind, work it around to Star-Lord, is what I was thinking of with Ego the Living Planet.
Yeah.
With that whole thing, because that was the first real celestial, if I'm not mistaken, that we've seen in the MCU.
Yeah, Ego. Yeah, I think he's considered a Celestial. He's not in that grouping.
Well, they said Celestial in the movie.
They did. I'm just saying he's not in that grouping of
but like
the ones from the Infinity Gauntlet.
But he's the first like Celestial that we've seen.
Yes and no. I think we had I forgot what their names were, but we had two of them.
I mean, we've seen the Watcher.
Well, we had that. Well, we've seen the Watcher. We had them referenced in Guardians of the Galaxy when they start talking about the Infinity Gem, the power one.
I'm not saying reference. I'm saying like
no. I say they showed a picture of them.
Okay, I'm saying like actual main character of a movie.
Yeah, no, they never had the main characters. We also had a reference to Living Tribunal.
True.
I don't know if you remember from Doctor Strange.
I do.
Okay.
I do remember that because that
the staff of the Living Tribunal.
Yeah, that sparked everything with could he be in this universe? But getting back to House of M, I think it would be interesting just because of the fact of, like I said, X-Men. I want to see that side of it where the mutants are on top.
I do too. It would be something different to finally see.
Maybe it's a storyline where Wanda changes this reality, maybe to get her brother back or something. Magneto kind of plays her.
Yeah, exactly.
Because after learning, like, I'm your father, he's able then to prey off of her,
emotions.
Oh no, I should her emotions. That's a simpler way of putting it.
Yeah.
To where she changes reality to try to get her brother back. Magneto then is king of the world, basically. That's the little title I'm using, but roll with it.
Yeah, I got you.
Mutants are on top, and then it's up to Wolverine to get the Avengers and stuff together to change everything, because he's the only one that knows this is
the only thing that makes it a slight issue. You're going to have to find someone else.
Not just get everyone together, convince everyone to change
this
reality.
Isn't real.
Because like you said, Cyclops with Emma Frost. Like, why would he want to leave now?
Spider-Man is now married to Gwen Stacy. I guess in this one, he'll be, hey, I'm a normal high school student. Gwen Stacy's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
If we go with the same universe that's going on.
Yeah.
Steve Rogers is an aged veteran, so he's kind of just out, plus the contract will be up. So that's what, like I said, that's where you get around with that. Doctor Strange is a psychologist. And then he has to convince everyone that, hey, we need to work on this.
And his hands actually work without
maybe,
the power.
or maybe that's after the car accident.
Yeah.
He switches over to psychology. Because he can't be a surgeon anymore.
Maybe.
That could be where that one goes. But the interesting part, too, will be who you switch out with Luke Cage. Because Luke Cage is
in the TV, and they've said they're not
crossing that over.
What was Luke Cage's in this?
He is the lead of the human resistance movement.
Okay.
Unless you make Hawkeye, Clint Barton, leader, because he's part of that group, too.
Okay.
Which was weird for Wolverine, because in that universe, he's dead. The real universe that Wanda didn't switch.
Yeah. Is Hawkeye's dead?
Yeah. And then it goes like, well, Clint Barton is alive in this one. Maybe he's the leader of that resistance group.
I'm trying to think who in the MCU right now. Hawkeye is an interesting one because like we talked about earlier, that story.
Yeah.
We don't really know about it, but who could fit that role? Like who could be the head of the human resistance that's in the MCU?
That's who I'm trying to think right now. Because like the one right now sticks out to me is Hawkeye. Widow could be part of it. That could work out.
Because it ain't going to be Hulk.
No, definitely not. Even though I think She-Hulk and Red Hulk are part of the Resistance group. Unless
it's not.
No, she's part of, let's see, Wolverine, Human Resistance, Awaken Many Heroes to Truth, including Cyclops, Spider-Man, Shadowcat, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, She-Hulk, Daredevil, Rogue, Mystique, Nightcrawler, Toad, and Spider-Woman. Hawkeye becomes distraught and leaves the group, comes back. I'm trying to think who.
It could be Hawkeye.
I would think Hawkeye's the best choice in the MCU that we have right now.
I'm trying to think of someone from like the Avengers, like Thor. It's not going to be Thor. He's not a human.
He's probably going to be. They're probably going to have him sent back to Asgard if nothing else.
Yeah.
Like she changes not just the Earth, everything. So it's like, oh, Thor has no reason to be here. Give him no reason to be on Earth.
Yeah.
Because as of now, the speculation we have is,
could it be someone from the X-Men? It's the human resistance. It's not the.
I would think you'd have a human, and then like X-Men people possibly helping out. It's like, no, this isn't right. Like not X-Men, but mutants helping out, saying this isn't right how humans are being treated. Those type of.
Because like obviously, like I was thinking, Fantastic Four aren't human, they're more mutant side of it.
Well, they're not mutants. It could be, though.
Could it be a Reed Richards as the leader of the human resistance?
Or even Ben. I would think Ben would be the one to take the thing, yeah. Without because maybe they never went up there and got the cosmic radiation to change them. And then that would make Ben Grimm, I think is his last name.
Yeah, Ben Grimm.
Like maybe resistance, and like Mr. Fantastic's more the computer side of everything.
Yeah, or the easy op, and this is all contracts, is, Captain America's a veteran, but he's also the leader of the human resistance.
Yeah, it could be that. But, I mean, when I think veteran, it's like...
I'm retired, I ain't doing shit.
Well, I'm like in my 80s.
Yeah, and I can't do this anymore kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I can't be running around all willy-nilly with a shield on my back.
80s, 90s. Well, I'm not even saying.
They gave me a super serum, not an anti-aging
Maybe he's
serum.
not even Captain America anymore then.
Maybe it's a nomad. Maybe he's a nomad.
Maybe he doesn't even have super soldier serum.
Maybe, but like I said, they only gave me the super soldier serum, not the super aging serum, not the de-aging
serum.
So
that's true. They know
doesn't make you not age and not get older.
Just can't get drunk.
Yeah, you just can't get drunk because it doesn't get you drunk. The other thing that would be interesting for this is, because in brief things that I've read on House of M a little bit more, is the beginning of one of the storylines has her being Scarlet Witch giving birth.
Oh,
that would be interesting too. Her giving birth to Vision's kids and them actually having a family together, because it looks like from what we've seen so far with the Avengers Infinity War that they're living together and kind of being that couple.
Yeah, they're in a relationship, it seems like.
But this would be them actually having kids, since it's a Vision and Scarlet Witch storyline.
Yeah.
That would be another interesting thing to this. Would them having kids, what their kids become, the whole Magneto, I am your father, Luke Skywalker situation.
He's got the helmet.
We could rule the world together. One question that I would ask, and this is off the topic of the other side, is... Actually, I'm looking here. So, I don't know if you already read this, but Doctor Strange... It says Doctor Strange and Iron Man are in the...
They join the group that like Wolverine puts together.
That's right. 'Cause it says Wolverine and the Human Resistance awaken many heroes to the truth.
Yeah, like they think Iron Man and Doctor Strange go looking for Professor X, while the rest of them are going.
What if Spider-Man's is the lead of the Human Resistance?
Could be that too.
Would that work though? That's why I'm giving you that look. Like,
I'm thinking how that would work. Like, I'm gonna put my money on Hawkeye.
No, but wait, think about this. What if they let Spider-Man be the lead of the Human Resistance in the MCU, since we don't... Homecoming, we're going to see what happens in Homecoming 2. Because the reason is, right now, we don't have a Gwen Stacy.
No, we don't.
But there was, I don't remember if we talked this as an actual topic or just shoehorned it into a Spider-Man topic. There were actress either role details, the femme fatale thing, where people were like, oh, is that going to be Gwen Stacy? So we could maybe get her in Homecoming 2, which would be, let's be honest, that would be before this, because we couldn't get this until the Fox Disney deal is done.
We wouldn't get it till at least 2020, 2021.
Well, I'm looking at Spider-Man Homecoming 2 really. Yeah. So Spider-Man Homecoming 2 is set for July of 2019. So we would get that, then the deal would be done at the end of the summer. So we would just get Spider-Man 2 before that deal is done. And then basically we're not getting it for X amount of years, because it's like, oh, the deal's done. Now we can go into planning on it. We got to plan it. We got to get everyone together. We got to get writers. We got to get a director. We got to write the damn thing. We got to put it together. Then we got to start filming.
You know, if you ask me, Disney's probably got a plan A, plan B. Plan A is we get this. We have all these movies planned out with the X-Men universe.
Thing you just brought up.
And then B is like, you know what? If the deal falls through for some stupid reason, we got all these movies still planned out.
This might be unethical, but I'm going to ask you this.
You're unethical.
Do you think, not any of the movies that they have already, so like not Spider-Man, not any Guardians of the Galaxy, anything like that, but you think Disney has told Kevin Feige, hey, if you want to, looks like this thing's going to be done 2019. If there are some X-Men storylines that you want to tell, like maybe this House of M thing, you want to start kicking the gears around it, hush, hush, in closed doors, go ahead just so you can have it planned. So when this deal does go through, we could streamline it and get it right through.
My thing would be they'd probably go, yeah, you know what? Do that, but make plans to make it work in case
we don't, who can you plug into that?
Who can you plug in, or how can you make this happen still? Have it, like I said, have a plan A, have a plan B.
Because you don't want to waste anyone's time.
Exactly. It's like, do it hush-hush. but have a plan A, have a plan B.
Is that unethical to do that before the deal is done?
Why would you do it? Why wouldn't you? Got like it's almost seems like it's guaranteed.
Is that counting your chickens before they hatch though?
Well, then not if you have a plan A and a plan B.
No, but I'm saying like just the fact. Forget the plan B. I know that's stupid to say that. Forget the plan B. Wouldn't that be counting your chickens before they hatch?
That would be yes if you didn't have the plan B.
Johnny's really into that plan B.
Well, you always have a plan B.
Yeah, you always have plan B. But any final thoughts
I would think the Batman fan would realize you always have a plan B.
Any final thoughts on the House of M?
No, I'd be excited if they did that.
Do you think that we will see a House of M movie in the future?
I'm not seeing it predicted in the future just because, let's put it this way. Right now, Scarlet Witch is not a big enough name to run that off of.
But Elizabeth Olsen is.
Elizabeth Olsen kind of is, but I'm just saying.
Olsen family.
Yep. But I'm just saying also, like, they still have yet to tie in both the universes. X-Men. They have that. I mean, that would be one that could start it. Mm-hmm. That's another one yet we brought up again that could start this kind of stuff.
Tie everything together between the X-Men and the Avengers. But yeah, that's going to do it for the Rick and Johnny podcast this week. Want to thank you guys for watching and listening. A little housekeeping here at the end. Number one, if you love what we're doing, want to make sure we can continue doing what we're doing, make sure to check out patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. Also, check out the store link in the description. That's where you get the MVP t-shirt. MVP. Well, not MVP.com, mostvaluablepodcast.com. That's where you catch MVP each and every day. And last but not least, go and check out Apple Podcast and iTunes. Find us on there. Give the Rick and Johnny podcast a 5-star rating. It would mean the world to us. Want to thank you guys for watching. Want to thank you guys for listening on podcast services around the world. And as always, have a good day, everybody.